So today now we'll sing one bhajan for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Krishna Daya Prabhu. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Prabhu. So we'll sing this song 2 lines at a time. I'll sing 2 lines, then you sing 2 lines at a time. So when I sing, you listen. Krishna Chaitanya Advaita Gosai Tabo Kripa Bole Pai Chaitanya Nitai Jaya Guru Sita Advaita Juga Sri Maha Krishna
Hare Krishna. So those who are fasting, I mean Nirjala they are doing. So fast breaking for the to break the fast we have the panakam outside. So they can come. The fast breaking time is 6:38. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
लक्ष्मी सहस्रशतसंभ्रमसेव्यमानं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि वेणुं त्वनन्तमरविन्ददलायताक्षं वर्णावताम्रमसिताम्बुदसुन्दराङ्गं कन्दर्पकोटिकमनीयविशेषशोभं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आलोलचन्द्रकलितत्त्वनमाल्यवंशे रत्नाकरं कलयकेलिकलाविलासं श्यामं त्रिभङ्गललितं श्रियताप्रकाशं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अङ्गानि यस्य सकलेन्द्रियवृत्तिमन्ति पश्यन्ति पान्ति कलयन्ति चिरं जगन्ति आनन्दचिन्मयसदुज्ज्वलविग्रहस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अद्वैतमच्युतमनादिमनन्तरूपम् आद्यं पुराणपुरुषं नवयौवनं च वेदेषु दुर्लभमदुर्लभमात्मभक्तो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि पन्थास्तु कोटिशतवत्सरसम्प्रगाम्यो वायोरकापि मनसो मुनिपुङ्गवानां गोप्यस्य यत्र परसिंहविचिन्त्य तस्मै गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि एकोऽप्यसौरचरितं जगदन्तकोटिं यच्चक्रिरस्ति जगदन्तजयाय नन्तः अन्तान्तरस्थपरमानुजयन्तरथं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यद्भावभावितधियो मनुजस्तथैव सम्प्राप्य रूपमहिमासनयानभूषाः सुप्तैरमेव निगमा प्रतितैस्तुवन्ति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आनन्दचिन्मयरसप्रतिभावितादरे आर्येयदेव निजरूपतया कलादि गोलोक एव निजसत्यखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि प्रेमाञ्जनच्चुरितभक्तिविलोचनेन सत्ता सदैव हृदयेषु विलोकयन्ति घनश्यामसुन्दरमचिन्त्यगुणस्वरूपं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि रामाविमूर्तिषु कलानि अमेन कृष्णान् नानावतारः करोतु वनेषु किन्तु कृष्णः स्वयं समभवत् परमापुमान्यो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यच्चाप्रभाप्रभवतो कोटिशेषवसुधादिविभूतिभूषं तद्ब्रह्मनिष्करमनन्तमशेषभूतं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि मायामि यस्य जगदन्तसटानि सूते त्रैगुण्यतदृशयवेदविकायमाना सत्त्वामलं विपरसत्त्वविशुद्धसत्त्वं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आनन्दचिन्मयरसात्मकयामनसु या प्राणिनां प्रतिफलं स्मरतं मुखेद्य लीलायितेन भुवनानि जयत्यदर्शम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोलोकनाथि निजगामि तले च तस्या देवी महेश हरिनाम सुतेषु तेषु एते प्रभावनिचया श्रीकास्य येना गोविन्दवादि पुरुषं तमहं भजामि सृष्टिस्थितिप्रलयसाधनशक्तिरेका ध्यायेत यस्य भुवनानि विभर्ति कुर्वा इच्छानुरूपमपि यत्र च तिष्ठते सा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि क्षीरं यदाविकारविशेषयोगात् संजायते प्रवर्तिरेषु व्यर्थं बुधामपि तथा समुपैविकारान् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि दीपार्चने वरिदसन्तरमाभुवेत्य दीपाय विविधहेतुसमानधर्मा यस्तदेव च विष्णुतया विभाति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि चिदानन्दं ज्योति परमपि तदस्मद्यमपि च जायप्रशीलब्धि शबति सुरनिर्यसुमान् विवेशाद्युवा व्रजदिनानि यत्रापि समया भजे श्वेतदीपं तमां शिवं पुलोकमुख्यम् विदन्तस्ते सन्तश्रुतिविरलचारकटिपरे गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hari Bol. So now we are going to have Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Shri Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki, Gaur Purnima Mahamotsav ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Thank you all for participating, although it is a working day, Friday, lot of traffic in Bangalore, but still you have come here with so much of enthusiasm. Thanks to you all. And today being Gaur Purnima festival, we have some special offer. Those who wish to take Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a discount, special discount. So 4,500 rupees English Chaitanya Charitamrita and Hindi 4,700 rupees will be offered at 3,000 rupees. So now Haribol should turn into who all want to take. Not just Haribol. Here Premdata Prabhu is in charge of book distribution, so he will be more than happy to serve you in this way. Kindly take Chaitanya Charitamrita home on the auspicious Gaur Purnima festival. This offer is only for today, it seems. So please grab it before it misses from your hands. Those who want, please lift your hands once. Those who want Chaitanya Charitamrita, okay, please contact Premdata Murari Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So now we are going to have Katha by His Grace, Audarya Gopa Prabhu, Audarya Gopa Prabhu in Hindi and Autari Chaitanya Prabhu in English. So you must be knowing about these speakers. They have been practicing for more than 10-15 years, working in corporate companies and practicing bhakti very sincerely. So we are very fortunate to have their association and hear Gaur Katha on this special day. अच्छा, हिंदी गौर कथा बाहर किया जाएगा. औदर्य गोपा प्रभु उधर कथा का प्रवचन करेंगे पेड़ के नीचे. हरि बोल. एंड ये गाड़ी चाबी किसी ने छोड़ दिया. 8633 सुजुकी स्कूटर. Yes, sir. Okay. Thanks. Hare Krishna.
Let's start with Mangalacharam. Om Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanitanscha Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Namo Mahavadaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratashe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Krishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubheva Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. We heartily welcome all of you to today's most wonderful Gaur Purnima celebration. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur says that there are two most auspicious days in the whole year. One is Nityananda Trayodasi, which happened just a few days ago, and the other one is Gaur Purnima, which we are celebrating today. So why are we celebrating Gaur Purnima here today? I'll share a small anecdote. Once what happened is, there was a person who had entered a forest for getting some valuables so that he can sell them, make some profit. And as this person was going along a pond within that forest, along the banks of a river in that forest, he saw that there was a big treasure which was visible right in that particular lake. So he had gone to get wealth, so he thought, why not? I should dive into that lake, get all these treasures, that's what I'm here for, and I'll be so rich, I'll be so happy. So he dove into that lake, but there was a problem. He dove and dove, but he couldn't find it. He dove again, it became very muddy. He dove once again, it almost became like quicksand, getting entangled more and more. He started getting stuck in that mud, but treasure not be found. There was a nice sadhu who was meditating over there, and he saw this predicament of this person who had come there for getting wealth, but he was unable to get wealth. Instead of that, he was getting deeper and deeper inside the mud. He called on to that person and he said, you are looking for a treasure, that is good, but that treasure is actually not inside that water. You see that branch of a tree which is above? Treasure is actually there on that branch of the tree. It's only a reflection which you are seeing in the water over here. So if you climb up that tree, then it will be possible for you to get that treasure. And he was so entrenched in mud and completely soiled and everything, right? This sadhu had to pull him up, and then he had to tell him, this is how you find the treasure. All of us are looking for the treasure of happiness. Every single one of us. Lord Krishna personally came 5,000 years ago, and he showed us that happiness, the treasure that we are looking for, every single living entity, Srila Prabhupada says, they are looking for love, they are looking for seva. Lord Shri Krishna came and he told that the treasure that we are looking for cannot be found in this world. ये ही संस्पर्श जाब होगा दुख यो न एवते आद्यंतवंत कौंते न ते शिवरवते दुख. We are looking for the treasure of love, we are looking for the treasure of happiness, and people mistakenly think that by sense enjoyment we will get it. Lord Shri Krishna came and he showed his own wonderful pastimes. This was like showing this is where the treasure is. He showed his own pastimes from the spiritual world. Most enchanting, most loving, most enduring, eternal pastimes he personally exhibited. And he told us that real treasure is with me in the spiritual world. You come to me. And how do you come to me? Man manabhava, mad bhakto, mad yaji, namaskaru, mam namaskaru. Man manabhava, always think about me. Man manabhava, mad bhakta, become my devotee. Ma manusmara, right? Become my devotee, remember me, worship me, right? This is what you do, right? And by doing this, you will get that eternal treasure. Krishna came and Krishna left. And people forgot what that real treasure was. And Krishna, he thought, I came all the way to show people how to get this love. But people didn't understand. They could not follow. So he thought, I have to come again in order to show people. Krishna is saying, Man manabhava. How to remember Krishna? People don't know. People had forgotten. Typical of Navadvip at that time, and typical of most of the world at that time, and typical of most of the world at this time. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur describes the community, describes the society which was there in the 1400s. Not very different from today, and not very different for a very, very long time. People were completely engrossed simply in mundane material affairs. People were simply engrossed in material enjoyment, in mundane enjoyment, not knowing where the real treasure is. People knew that Bhagavad Gita is wonderful, Bhagavatam is wonderful. But whenever there were classes on Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, nobody spoke about bhakti. Nobody spoke about devotional service. People just explained it in their own imaginary ways. Nobody spoke about developing love for Krishna. People were squandering huge amounts of money in useless affairs. Vrindavan Das Thakur says, such as marriages of children, marriages of pets. Does that sound similar? That's familiar, right? That's what people are doing, right? Those who were very religious, they were worshipping demigods for material benefits. Variety of worships only for material benefits. Everything was centered around that. And the few rare devotees who were there, such as Advaita Acharya, Shivas Pandit, several other devotees, they used to worship Krishna wholeheartedly. And they were lamenting for the situation of the people. My dear Lord, you please appear. When you will appear, when Krishna appears, everything becomes wonderful, everything becomes auspicious. And he is able to set everything properly. He is able to set everything correct. So Advaita Acharya, he had read, he had heard that by offering tulsi leaves and Ganges water to this Shaligram Shila, Krishna will give whatever he is asking for. So with a lot of endeavor, with his entire heart, he was again and again offering tulsi and Ganges water to his Shaligram Shila and humbly requesting the Lord, my dear Lord, you please come, you please show how to perform devotional service. And Lord Krishna himself was thinking that yes, I have to give devotional service. And if we get a wonderful job, what should we do? If we lose our job, what should we do? When we get a promotion, what should we do? If we get late to office, what should we do? If the cooking is wonderful, what should we do? If the milk spills over, what should we do? Wonderful, Hari Bol! This is exactly what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to teach us. As he was growing, everybody knew that in order to give happiness to this wonderful child, all they have to do is clap their hands and loudly chant Hari Hari. And that is why they named him Gaura Hari. He is golden and he is Hari himself. He loves the name of Hari. So this is how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nimai Pandit, he spent his entire childhood. As he was growing up, he became an epitome of learning. He became such a great scholar, such a learned scholar. In fact, when he was first taught the alphabet, immediately he learned all the alphabets and immediately started writing the names of Krishna, Pundarikaksha, Govinda, Madhava, Hari, like that. Every single thing that he would hear once, and he would completely assimilate it, he would master it. He became such a master of all forms of education. There was no scholar like him in the whole creation. Any argument anyone could make, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nimai Pandit, he could defeat it. And he would derive such joy in these activities. When all the fellow students, correct, any argument they would make, he would defeat. He would establish an argument. And then he would ask his fellow students, you defeat what I'm saying. And they didn't understand. They said, whatever you are saying is perfect. And he would say, no, you use such and such rule and this is how you defeat it. Then, okay, you're right. And they said, then he would say, now you defeat what you have defeated. They said, no, what you said is perfect. Then he would quote another rule from Shastras and say, this is how you defeat it. And then they would say, this is wonderful. And then he would defeat that. So his level of scholarship was incomparable. Brihaspati, nobody could match him in his learning. And everybody loved him. All the devotees, they were just thinking, this Nimai Pandit, he has such wonderful qualities. But why isn't he becoming a devotee? What is the use of so much learning if you are not a devotee? The goal of life is to develop love for Krishna, and he has such wonderful attributes, such wonderful qualities. If only he could be a devotee. But Nimai Pandit at that time, he was enacting his pastimes as a great learned scholar. There was once a very big Digvijay Pandit. So today there are championships of cricket. right? Who is the world champion in cricket? Who can play cricket best? In those days, look at the standard of the society, right? World championships were of education, they were of learning. Who is most educated? Who is the most learned? Who is the most scholarly? So there was a great scholar who was known as Digvijay Pandit, Keshav Kashmiri. Everyone knew that Mother Saraswati would personally come on his tongue and she would speak whenever he started to speak. And that is why nobody even dared to debate with him. Navadvip at that time, it was a very, very, very high seat of learning. Bhattacharyas, Vishwas, Chakravartis, all great, great learners. There was uncountable number of scholars in Navadvip. It was known for being a high seat of learning, and people from all over, all students, they used to come to Navadvip to learn. And Digvijay entered that place with horses, elephants, parade, showing off how educated he is, how learned he is. And everyone thought that if we are not able to defeat Digvijay, if Digvijay defeats us, then the entire importance of Navadvip will go away. At that time, Nimai Pandit was only 12 years old. He was already a teacher in the school. He had his own school. And all his students, they loved him so much. And everyone in Navadvip thought that Nimai is only a 12-year-old child. And if Digvijay debates with him and Nimai is able to defeat him, we can proclaim, just see, even children in Navadvip can defeat big Digvijays. And if this Digvijay is able to defeat Nimai Pandit, then we will have another chance. We can always say, okay, he was a child, now debate with other big scholars. Thinking like that, they decided that it is Nimai Pandit who will debate with this Digvijay Pandit. On the beautiful bank of the Ganges, in the evening, when the moon had arisen, and Ganges was shimmering, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was seated on the banks of the Ganges along with his students. It appeared as if moon is surrounded by all the stars. By providence, by superior arrangement, this Digvijay Pandit happened to walk to that particular place. Am I speaking too fast? I have a habit of speaking very fast. Okay, everyone is able to follow? Okay. It's fast. I'll try to be slow. It is hard for me, but I'll try. So, this Digvijay, he came. He also offered obeisances to Mother Ganges. And Nimai Pandit, he very gracefully welcomed him. He offered him namaskar, gave him a seat. And he said, oh, you are such a great scholar. We have heard of your learning. You are such a great scholar. Please compose a few verses in the glorification of Mother Ganges. It said the way a hurricane goes so fast, like a thunderstorm. This Digvijay Pandit, on the spot, he composed 100 verses glorifying Mother Ganges. Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol. Prabhu, how much time do I have? Somebody can tell me. Yes. 15 more minutes? Okay, Prabhu. So, this, so Nimai Pandit, he said, you have composed such wonderful poetry. Now, I would like you to analyze all the good points and the faults in this poetry. And the Digvijay, no one had spoken to him like this before. He said, there is no fault in my poetry. And then Nimai Pandit, he started analyzing one after the other, as well as the faults. And one particular word Nimai Pandit chose. In fact, he recited some of the verses. The Digvijay was astonished that I spoke these verses like the raging wind, and you managed to memorize them? How is that possible? Nimai Pandit said, by the mercy of the Supreme Lord, this can happen. Somebody could be a Shrutidhara. So, in fact, before this, Nimai Pandit had told, Supreme Lord does not tolerate pride in living entities. Very soon, the pride of this Digvijay is going to be removed. So, then Nimai Pandit picked up just one word, Bhavani Bhartur. This is a word that he had used in his poetry. And Nimai Pandit said, Bhava is the name of Lord Shiva. Bhavani means wife of Lord Shiva. And Bhavani Bhartur means the husband of the wife of Lord Shiva. So, isn't there a contradiction? You are saying that there is the husband of the wife of Lord Shiva. Does that mean that Mother Parvati has some other husband besides Lord Shiva? Isn't this a contradiction? Like this, he said, there are unlimited faults in your poetry. And this Digvijay, who could defeat anyone just like that, his mind became completely blank. He could not think of anything. He gave some feeble arguments and immediately Nimai Pandit defeated this. His students began to laugh, giggle, and Nimai Pandit immediately silenced them. No, he's a very great person. You should not be doing this. He said, okay, you must be tired. You can go home and tomorrow we will discuss again. When the Digvijay Pandit went home, he prayed and prayed and prayed to Mother Saraswati. Mother Saraswati, how could you allow this to happen? I have never been defeated. How is it that I have been defeated today? And on the pretext of a dream, this comes again and again in our Shastras. They are not exactly dreams. On the pretext of a dream, which means that Mother Saraswati actually gave him darshan. And she said, you thought that making you Digvijay was my mercy upon you? My real mercy upon you is that today you had darshan of my Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna, who is performing his pastimes as Nimai Pandit here. I cannot dare to stand in front of my Lord. What to speak of empowering you to defeat him? Go and surrender to that Lord. Surrender your life to him. Next day, Digvijay Pandit, he went, offered prostrated obeisances to Nimai Pandit. And Nimai Pandit asked, why are you acting like this? You are a Digvijay Pandit. He said, no, I was so mistaken. I was so proud. Please forgive me. Please tell me the goal of life. And Nimai Pandit said, you already know. Pure love for Krishna is the real goal of life. Krishna is very pleased when in a humble state of mind, one constantly chants the holy names. Do that, become a devotee. Engage all of your talents in becoming a devotee. And live a happy life. Since that time, Digvijay Pandit gave up his pride, gave up all of his elephants, horses, in a very humble mood. Keshav Kashmir is a very famous saint. He became such a wonderful saint, a pure devotee of Lord Krishna, and made his life so successful. Like this, Nimai Pandit was going on with his pastimes, and the devotees were thinking when he will become a devotee. And Nimai Pandit, he himself was waiting for an opportune time. When the great soul Ishwarapuri came to Navdeep, Nimai Pandit had an opportunity to serve him. For several months, Nimai Pandit heard from him. And Nimai Pandit, who was the greatest of scholars, we will not get into details because we are short of time, but it was Ishwarapuri. Nimai Pandit accepted defeat at the hands of Ishwarapuri. And later on, when he went to Gaura, he begged Ishwarapuri, I would like to become your disciple. Please initiate me. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is Jagat Guru, Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru, who is the spiritual master of every single living entity, to set an example for everyone and to glorify his devotee, he accepted initiation from Srila Ishwarapuri. And since accepting initiation from Ishwarapuri, Nimai Pandit was a transformed person. Only thing he could see was Krishna. Only names he could chant was Krishna. Only thing he could speak about was Krishna. And all the devotees in Navdeep, when they returned from Gaya, when they saw that Nimai Pandit is such a transformed person, the person who was such an arrogant scholar, today he is going and standing on the banks of the Ganges, requesting all the devotees, please give me your clothes. I will wash your clothes. Please give me some seva. He is becoming such a humble servant. He is constantly chanting Krishna, Krishna. He is feeling so much separation from Krishna. They became so jubilant. Since that day, all the devotees of Navdeep, they never left the company of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Day and night, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was with his devotees. They would do kirtan, they would have dramas, they would have such wonderful pastimes. They would never leave Nimai Pandit's company. And Nimai Pandit would go every single day in the beautiful town of Navdeep, preaching to everyone, requesting everyone. This is a beautiful song. Maybe what we'll do is, we'll sing this song and we'll continue from there. This is a song composed by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in glorification of this beautiful pastime of Nimai. You can sing after me. Udilo Aruna Purava Bhage Dvijamani Gaura Mani Jage Udilo Aruna Purava Bhage Dvijamani Gaura Mani Jage Makata Samuharoya Sate Dilana Garabhaje या साथे देला नगर भागे ताई ताई बजलो बोल घन घन ताहे गारी रोला ताई बजलो बोल घन घन ताहे गारी रोला प्रेमे डल डल सोना संगा करणी पुरा भागे मुकुंद माधव यादव हरि बोले न बोलो रे भजन हरि नीचे निगाह से गेलो रे आगे रस रसागे जीवन दुर्लभ मानव देहो पाया की करो भाना हो ये बिना भागिले अटोला सूता राजा में कोई भागे उदिता तापना होए ले आस्था दीना दिनो बोली होई रे व्यस्ता साबे के नोए दे आलस होया ना भजरी गया राजे जीवन नित्य जन सार साहे नाना विध विपद भारा नामजन कोरी गगन भूमि आकापन काजे जीवेर कल्याण साधन काम जगते आसिरे मधुर नाम अविद्याति मेरा सपना रूपे विद गगन विराजे कृष्ण नामा सुधा करिया पार जुड़ाओ भक्ति विनोद प्राण नाम बिना किछु नाहि को आरा चौदह भुवन माझे पूरिलो अरुण पूरब भागे निजमणि गौरा मणि जागे पूरिलो अरुण पूरब भागे निजमणि गौरा मणि जागे Early in the morning, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to rise up and taking his group of devotees with him, he would go on the streets of Navadip. Haribol, Tathai, Tathai, Bhajala Kola. Very melodiously, the mridangas would sound. Gana Gana Tahe, Jhajer Rola. The kartals, the big cymbals, they would sound so nicely. Premi Dhala Dhala, Sona Ranga, Charani Nupura Bhaje. His body would mildly tremble in the ecstasy of chanting the holy names. And his ankle bells, they would tinkle very melodiously. Mukunda, Madhava, Yadava, Hari, Bolana Bolore, Badana Bhari. He would request all the people, Mukunda, Madhava, Yadava, Hari. Bolena Bolore, Badana Bhari. Just sing these wonderful names of Lord Shri Krishna. Miche Nidabasa Gelore Rati. Your night has been spent in sleep, and your day, right, will simply go in decorating your body. This human form of life is so rare. Why don't you develop love for Lord Shri Krishna? If you don't worship Lord Shri Krishna, Yashoda Sutta, there is going to be big trouble for you in the future. The sun has risen. It is going to set very soon. And your entire day will go in so many mundane activities. Then why are you lazy? Why aren't you worshipping the Lord of your heart? This human form of life is so fickle. It can be ended at any time. And in this small life, there are so many varieties of sufferings. Take the shelter of the wonderful holy names and make your life successful. Jivera Kalyana Sadhana Kama, Jagata Asya Madhura Nama. This holy name can help you make your entire life successful. Avida Timira Tapana Rupe, Hrida Gagana Viraje. Removing all the darkness within your heart. This rises like the shining sun within your heart. Krishna Nama Sudha Kariya Pana. This beautiful nectarian holy names of Lord Shri Krishna, please drink them and keep the heart of Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Nama Bina Kichu Nahi Kaura, Chauda Bhuvana Maje. In this entire 14 planetary systems, there is actually nothing of value compared to the holy names. This beautiful teachings Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave. Prabhus, how much time do we have? I can go till it? Okay. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he delivered the most sinners of all sinners, Jagai and Madhai. They were just examples. Following in the footsteps of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his devotees all over the world, till today, they are delivering countless people who are addicted to so many uncountable habits. Just see, Jagai Madhai were so exalted. Immediately when they understood the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they immediately surrendered and stopped all of their sinful activities. We pray to the Lord that someday, after surrendering to the Lord, we also become completely free from all of our sinful desires, sinful propensities. And in the company of Lord Gaura, continue to chant the blissful, wonderful holy names in Kirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. At that time, Bengal was under Muslim jurisdiction. And the Qazi of that area, he prohibited chanting of Krishna's wonderful holy names. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, at that time, in response to this, he started the first civil disobedience movement. All the people in all this Navadvip and surrounding areas, they came up with torches, they burned torches, and they took a loud Harinam procession. right up to the home of the Qazi, Chan Qazi. He welcomed Nimai Pandit in such a pleasing way. He spoke with him so nicely. They had discussions on Shastras. And Nimai Pandit, they had such a wonderful discussion on Shastras. And the discussion was so nice that the Qazi made a declaration that not only me, since this day, all of my descendants, nobody will ever stop the chanting of the holy names of Lord Shri Krishna. See, this is actually such a wonderful lesson. We have ISKCON, we have Krishna consciousness in all countries, all over the world. And by following the process that is given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is possible to have such amicable relationships with government. Sometimes it is favorable, sometimes not favorable. But actually, there is no impediment to the movement of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In any government, in any situation, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement can continue to thrive and grow. This is such a wonderful example. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was transforming the hearts of so many people. And yet, there were so many people who were criticizing this beautiful movement of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They were criticizing this movement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Where is it said that you have to chant Krishna's holy names loudly? Why can't you do it softly, like that? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was thinking, how will these people will be delivered? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's devotees, they were doing kirtan with him all the time. There was no problem for those devotees. But the people who were inimical, who were criticizing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu thought that if I take sannyas, everybody pays respects to a sannyasi. These people, because of criticizing me, although I'm trying to save them, because of criticizing me, these people are paving their way to hell. They will be going to hell because of criticizing me. But if I take sannyas, these same people, even out of formality, if they offer me obeisances, if they offer their respects to me, these people will go back home, back to Godhead. This is the formula that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving. If we simply offer once obeisance to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is guaranteed that we will become devotees and we will go back to Godhead. Just once, if we offer obeisances to this most munificent avatar, this most munificent form of Lord Shri Krishna, in order to bestow mercy upon those people who were critical of him, Nimai Pandit took sannyas. It was such a lamentable situation for all of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's devotees. He was a life and devotees, and they felt that maybe we'll never ever see Nimai Pandit ever again. He'll take sannyas, he'll go to a forest, he'll go to an unknown destination, and maybe we'll never ever be able to see him again. And that was the intention of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He took sannyas and immediately started for Vrindavan. His goal of life was to go to Mathura, was go to Vrindavan and spend the rest of his life over there. But devotees are so compassionate. They cannot see the suffering of devotees. They cannot see devotees feeling separation from Lord Shri Krishna, feeling separation from Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Very mercifully and very tactfully, Nityananda Prabhu, he directed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was in ecstasy. He was mad in love of Krishna. He was just chanting Krishna, 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 Hey, Krishna, 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 Hey, Krishna, 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 Pavina. Like this, he was going along completely in ecstasy, and he didn't know where he was, how many days were spent. And when he asked a few cowherd boys, where is Vrindavan? They directed Nimai Pandit to Shantipur, where Advait Acharya and all the devotees were waiting for him. Nimai Pandit went to Shantipur. They had such wonderful reunion, wonderful prasadam they had, wonderful kirtans they did, wonderful discussions they had. This is such a nice thing. This is such a nice process that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us. Have wonderful prasad, do wonderful kirtans, and do wonderful Krishna Katha. So during the day, they would have nice feasting, they would have nice Krishna Katha. During night, they would do kirtans. This is such a wonderful life. And there, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mother requested him that if you go to Vrindavan, we will not even know where you are, what you are doing. Because Vrindavan at that time, it was practically, there was no communication. We will never hear about you. But Jagannath Puri is not different from Vrindavan. The same Nandanandan of Vrindavan is staying in Jagannath Puri as Lord Jagannath. The same Balramji is staying as Baldev. Why don't you just go to Jagannath Puri instead and live there? Puri and Navadvip, they are like two Puri. As soon as he entered Puri, having the beautiful ecstatic darshan of Lord Jagannath, Nimai Pandit fainted. He could not maintain his equilibrium. He fainted. There was not even a trace. Even his heartbeat had stopped. There was a very faint breathing that Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, who was Raj Pandit, who was the king's personal guru, who was the king's personal advisor on spiritual matters. He was living right next to Jagannath Puri temple. Today, if you go to Puri, you can see, right? Yeah, the house of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, it is right next to Puri temple. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, seeing this beautiful young boy, young sannyasi, so complete in love of Godhead, he felt I have to take care of him like a father. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he was such a great scholar of Vedanta, but he was misled. He had a wrong understanding of Vedanta. His conclusion was that impersonal Brahman is the highest realization. And as per Sripad Shankaracharya's Mayavad philosophy, he used to explain the Shastras. He thought, I have to teach this young sannyasi Shastras. I have to teach him Vedanta. Otherwise, how will he be able to maintain his vows of sannyas? With a fatherly affection, he said to Nimai Pandit, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I will teach you Vedanta. Out of humility, understanding the heart of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, why not? Please teach me Vedanta. You are like my father. I have come here to take your shelter. Please teach me. For 7 days continuously, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya explained Vedanta Sutra as per Sripad Shankaracharya's Sharirika philosophy, Mayavad philosophy. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu simply sat there hearing. After 7 days, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said, I have been speaking this philosophy for 7 days. Are you understanding anything? You are not showing any expressions. You are not asking me any questions. Are you understanding what I am saying? Nimai Pandit, Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was the greatest of scholars. We cannot imagine the level of scholarship of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. There was one book in Mithila on Nyaya that was so huge and so much knowledge was in it that people from India used to go to Mithila in order to study that book. And they did not allow anybody to make a copy of that book because they wanted to keep the importance of Mithila intact. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he went to Mithila, studied that book, came back to Navadvip and rewrote that entire book in its entirety. So that was the scholarship of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, non-different from Brihaspati. And to this Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, I understand the Vedanta Sutras very well. Vedanta Sutras are self-effulgent like the sun. But your explanation of Vedanta Sutras is like a cloud covering the sun. Now to such a great scholar, if somebody says this, it is very clear that the stage is set for a debate. It is very clear. So then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said, why don't you explain Vedanta Sutra? And then Nimai Pandit, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the greatest of great scholars, he explained the Vedanta Sutras in such wonderful ways. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was stuck with wonder. He explained that Lord, person, he has unlimited potencies. Parasha Shaktir Vividhaiva Shuyate, Swabhava Jnana Bala Kriyacha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Supreme Absolute Truth, is not an impotent impersonal Brahman. He is a person and he has unlimited countless energies. This entire creation, maintenance, annihilation is done by but a spark of his energies. He is not even affected when these things happen. He is completely unaffected, although so many things, wonderful things happen because of that. And he quoted from Vishnu Puran, he quoted from so many Shastras. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya knew if he can defeat him, it has to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya explained one particular verse of Bhagavatam in 9 different ways according to how he had learned. And without touching on any of those ways, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained that same verse in 18 different ways without touching on any of the explanations. See, it says it takes on to no one. Acharya knew what was his level of scholarship. And when he saw that it was like a lamp in front of the scholarship of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he understood. This has to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He surrendered himself completely, wholeheartedly unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. became a devotee, became a first-class devotee, and glorified the Lord like anything. You see, the Shastras talk about a stone called a touchstone. Touchstone, when it touches iron, that iron turns into gold. Now, if you simply look at this touchstone, it does not look very different from an ordinary stone. But when it touches iron, and that iron touch turns into gold, then you understand, oh my God, this is a touchstone. So Nimai Pandit, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when all the people saw that a completely logical and philosophical and you could almost say hard-hearted person like Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he has become a very soft-hearted, mrudul, wonderful, ecstatic devotee of Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Shri Krishna. They understood that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the entire Orissa, they got to know that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and everyone started becoming a devotee. It was Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya who told King of Odisha, Maharaj Pratap Rudra, that he is definitely the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Jagannath himself. And Maharaj Pratap Rudra, he became so eager to meet Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I'll quickly take just 5 minutes and then we'll conclude if it is okay. So, after the transformation of the heart of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went on his tour of South India, going from village to village, town to town, constantly chanting Krishna's wonderful names. Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare. You would embrace one person and that person would develop pure ecstatic love for that person would go on chanting Krishna, 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 Krishna. He would go back to his village. He would embrace another person and he would start chanting Krishna, 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 become a pure devotee. He would transform his entire village into Krishna conscious devotees, and from there the people would go to other villages and they would transform those villages, and village after village, country after country, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was simply transforming. He was making Vaishnavas more everywhere he was going. He was just transforming people into Vaishnavas. He went to Srirangam, stayed there for the Chaturmas. There he met a small boy, Gopal Bhatta, he was only 5 years old. But his heart was so transformed that later on he became Gopal Goswami, one of the greatest acharyas of Krishna consciousness. He came to Vrindavan, dedicated his life to Krishna consciousness. He met Ramananda Rai. He had such wonderful discussions with Ramananda Rai. Ramananda Rai was the governor of the entire Madras province. Such a high post he had. But he had such ecstatic love for Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, someday we will have a detailed discussion on the discussion between Ramananda Rai and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What is the ultimate goal of life? What is the highest thing achievable in life? There was such wonderful discussion between Ramananda Rai and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give, the pure love for Lord Shri Krishna, as exhibited by the Vrajavasis, in particular by Srimati Radharani, is the highest thing achievable in all of three creations. In all the creations, Ramananda Rai understood that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is not different from Radha and Krishna combined together. He decided to leave his job, move to Jagannath Puri, and dedicate his life to be in the company of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is a wonderful conversation. Someday we'll discuss it in details. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to so many places in South India, went to so many temples. In particular, in the Adi Keshav temple, he found the ancient copy of Sri Brahma Samhita, which we recited just a short while ago. The essence of Vedic conclusions is given so wonderfully in the Brahma Samhita. Then in another temple, he found the copy of Krishna Karanamrita written by Bilwa Mangal Thakur. He came to Pandharpur, had wonderful ecstatic chanting and dancing, went to Nashik, had wonderful chanting, dancing, unlimited holy places he visited, and then came back to Puri. There, he transformed, he gave his mercy to King Prataparudra. Someday we will discuss it in details. Had wonderful pastimes with his devotees, such as cleaning the temple of Gundicha. Had wonderful pastimes of dancing and chanting in front of Jagannath. Such beautiful, wonderful pastimes. Gave his full mercy to King Prataparudra. In fact, this is a painting that was commissioned by Pratap Rudra himself, Maharaj Pratap Rudra himself. You see the person who is offering obeisances in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and associates. He is King Pratap Rudra. This was personally commissioned by King Pratap Rudra at that time. He became a completely unalloyed devotee of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Very soon, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Bengal, where under the rule of Nawab Hussain Shah, there were two very high-posted ministers. There was Dabir Khas and Sakar Malik, who were actually very high-caste Brahmanas to begin with, but they had taken the service of Nawab Hussain Shah in order to protect the Hindus, in order to save the Hindus, so that they could peacefully perform their services. They completely came and surrendered to Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, took his full shelter, and from the highest ranking, they were practically speaking the kings of Bengal at that time, because Nawab Hussain Shah was not personally ruling over Bengal. All the administration was actually done by Dabir Khas and Sakar Malik. And they came and they completely surrendered to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they became his unalloyed devotees. Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami, they completely surrendered, became mendicants, went to Vrindavan Dham and rendered such wonderful services. I hope that someday we are able to discuss the pastimes of Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami in lot of detail. We will discuss this pastime someday. From there, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started for Vrindavan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the supreme personality of Godhead. Sarva Yonisha Konteya. He is the father. He is the most loving, well-wishing father of all the living entities. He gave love of Godhead, pure love of Godhead to tigers, monkeys, deers, elephants, on the way, anyone and everyone. It is said that when a person is mad, he does not think who is giving his money to, whether they are qualified, not qualified. Anyone and everyone, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave full love for Krishna. He went to Vrindavan, gave so much reciprocation with all the creatures over there, had such wonderful relish, personally relished pure devotional service. On his way back, he met Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, gave them wonderful teachings. Srila Sanatan Goswami, he taught for 2 months about pure devotional service. Rupa Goswami 10 days, and based on teachings of Lord Chaitanya, they have written such unlimited number of books expounding Krishna consciousness, explaining Krishna consciousness for everyone. Someday we will study those books. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu transformed the Mayavadi sannyasis of Varanasi, made them into pure devotees. They started chanting Krishna's names. And after that, for 18 years, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wonderfully relished, continues to stay at Jagannath Puri with his most intimate devotees. He wonderfully relished the most ecstatic, sublime pastimes, bliss, rasas of Krishna consciousness. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give this gift for all of us. Chant Krishna's names, serve the devotees, have compassion on all the living entities, spread Krishna consciousness wonderfully, taste Krishna consciousness, spread Krishna consciousness, and make your life